Welcome back potentially to KG5 for the second leg of this double header. Launceston City off to a good start in the Women's Super League. They won 4-0 over Hobart Zebras. What will the result be here in the NPL Tasmania? It is a huge clash. It is first v second on the table, a top of the table Italian derby. The stakes have not been this high in a game between these two sides ever when they have met in the NPL. It is a huge occasion, and we'll take a look at the teams. The referee there, Brenton Cochra, on this one, and we'll start with the host, the Hobart Zebras. A couple of new names in there, and a couple of markages in there, which is all in the family type affair. But Lachlan Burke gets to start, the young midfielder, Jan Peruzza, the big Czech centre-back. He'll line up supposedly alongside number 8, Alexander Markage, brother of the under fire Zebras manager Gabriel Markage. He's called in the brotherly reinforcement. Paolo also on the bench. Jaden Hay, I'd expect to see him out wide. Sheku Kamara, having a disappointing second season after a great year last year at Zebras. He'll be in goals. Sunday McEwen gets the start in the absence of Jakobs Glenage. Jordan Muller nailed onto that midfield spot. So important to their team. Matthew Pace, Benjamin Robinson, a big defender, can play centre-back or full-back. Matty Sanders, he's going to need to step up in the absence of Sklenage, that's for sure, and lead the line. Iski Van Dorn there, terrific Canadian winger on the bench. Ackley Biggin. Olaf Conforti, another new face, former South Hobart youngster. He comes into the fold, so some new players here for the Zebras. Markage is brought in, and on the bench, French and Paolo Markage, the other brother. Moving on to the ladder leaders. On top of the table, Launceston City, they are flying at the moment. This has not been a happy hunting ground for them. KG5 though. Can this team, the new look team, turn things around? In net, number 1, Nico Giantsopoulos. Well, you can't do any better there. An absolute star. Very young team in certain sections. It's a real blend of youth and experience. But Joseph Dorazio, Charlie Dyer, and we've certainly got then Shane Egan, very important. Jez Kemp, the manager, big part of his plans is Shane Egan. Has to have him in there in the midfield, bring some real steel. Daniel Sison, we've seen plenty more offensive output from Sison than perhaps we're used to in previous seasons. He was more of your midfield destroyer at Devonport, but real complete midfielder here for the City side. He's been super. Liam Scott and Lindsay Millington forming a fantastic central defensive pairing in front of Giantsopoulos. That's why they're the league's least conceding team at the moment. Alexander Turner, I'd expect at fullback. Noah Mees, the youngster, will be up top leading the line there. And throw in the dangerous number 9, Tyler Fisher, who just torched Devonport last week. And it's a pretty handy starting 11. It's a full bench for City as well. Good to see the Northern team coming down. We've got David Smith, Daniel Smith, David the backup keeper, Vinnie Camano, Mackenzie Hancock's a couple of attackers there, as is at number 12, Harrison Wicks, should they want a little bit of pace in wide areas. So that is the Launceston City side to meet the Zebras in this top of the table battle. It's going to be an absolute humdinger. Been looking forward to this one all week. That's how things are situated. You can add another 3 points to the Strikers after their victory yesterday. Would take them up to 13, but whoever can win today would be secure in top spot. A draw good enough for City. As I mentioned, they've not really enjoyed their recent visits to KG5. I think The most recent one might have been the Cup last year where Glenorchy Knights, well, they handsomely dealt with them, but it's a new look team, it's a new coach, it's a new era, Launceston City, and boy have they started off well. They can keep playing down the expectations all they like, but if they keep winning games like they are, suddenly they're really going to explode and big things are going to be expected. And, achieving everything they would have set out to do so far. Top of the table, through to a home at Lucker Celtic Cup semi-final. But can they beat the Hobart Zebras on the big pitch at KG5? The Hobart Zebras, well, they've been a little indifferent in their form, it has to be said. Over recent games, a bit patchy from them. Got the Olympia win in there, but outside of that, it's been a little while since they had a win. They drew with Clarence. Tyler Fisher looking to get involved early, had his shirt pulled, and an early free kick for City, and they're so dangerous from set pieces. We saw that brilliantly rehearsed routine that they conjured at Valley Road last week, but just back on the Zebras, as I said, they've been destroyed by South Hobart, destroyed by Kingborough. They drew with Clarence, and in between that, a pretty good win over Olympia. That was on a big pitch at North Hobart, though. Their best footballers come on big pitches. KG5 is certainly that. So they'll be happy to be back here as the set piece is swung in dangerously. Syson lunging at it, and then Mees out the back, puts it wide of the post. That's was really well hit here as the set piece is swung in dangerously. Syson lunging at it, tremendous delivery that. Puts it wide of the post, not far away. Launceston City, they're very well drilled on the set pieces this side. Jez Kemp, he works hard on them. He knows what an advantage they can be. And they've been very effective from them. I wonder if we'll see any trick routines today. Whether they'll keep that in the locker room. And Sanders just gets piled in from behind. Somehow it was no free kick. Eventually they will get one, but Millington clearly infringing. This one over the top, looking for the run of Lockie Burt, who's trying to sneak in behind of Turner, who just steers that one behind easily enough in the end. Next to runs. The cross coming in, Millington away for Muller. Furious tempo to the opening 90 seconds here. Both sets of players flying in for everything. They're up and about for this, and why not? Top of the table battle. Doesn't get any bigger in the league than this. The throw in comes. Sanders looks to chest it down for McEwen. Smashed out of there by Turner. There's the first involvement of Markage of the Alexander variety, and he is an absolute sizable unit. Big Alex Markage. We'll see if he's got the same mentality as his brother and boss, but I'll tell you what, Karutza and Benny Robinson, I might have the three tallest defenders in the entire comp in this back four as Shek Kamara clears that one up into the grandstand. But yeah, it's an imposing back line. All of the Zebras in stature. They might mean they defend those set pieces of the City a little better than others. Here is Markage, nodded it backwards, smashed away by Pace. Sanders with the flick on off of Turner's hip. And a throw in, immediately taken by Sanders. He just heaved it long and said chase after that, Lockie Burt. That he did, but Nico Giantsopoulos and Millington are calm at the back for City. And just felled after he got rid of it there, big Lindsay Millington. So that one will be brought back. Here's Liam Scott. And that's an error pass there from Scotty, who's having a fantastic season. He's come in, he wasn't a natural centre-back, but Kent has cast him in that role, and he's been one of the best. Jaden Hay from wide areas, picks out the Colonel Sanders, turns on the right and deflects into the path of Giantsopoulos. A promising move there from the Zebras. Giantsopoulos sends it long in the Mees direction. He heads it on. Away by Harutza. Scott and Sanders scrapping again. Jaden Hay pounces on it. Jaden Hay shaping to shoot. Millington just holding his body position well. And he did really well, Lindsay Millington. Danger not past though. Sunday McEwen flashes one over the bar. Wasn't far away. Nico Giantsopoulos asking questions of his defence there. Had plenty of numbers back. How did you allow McEwen to sneak in behind like that? And he's not far off sneaking that one in. He knew He would have to be a fantastic shot to have any chance of beating a keeper. Nico Giansopoulos' ilk from that position. And so probably went for that extra bit of power. Muller wins that header. Sanders hooked on Scott to Tyler Fisher, who's starting out wide here on the right. And he looks to burn them off with his pace. Tyler Fisher tearing off towards the box here. And in the end, Pace has dealt with it well enough. Just leaned in on him and, well, he lived up to his name there, did young Matthew. Sticking stride to stride with the lightning fast Tyler Fisher. Just burnt off Dom Smith on that opening goal last week. And saw the wheels he had there. And his lightning is Tyler Fisher. His Pace scrapping away there, just holding it off and worked it back to Harutza. Down the line. Aimless ball though. Scott to Giansopoulos. Nodded down by Mees, back towards Tyler Fisher and the angler. That his effort blocked. Harutza. And now Jaden Hay did well, beat a man and kept it in play. He now turns inside. Jaden Hay will switch to the direction of attack with a wonderful ball for Sunday McEwen. He looks to chink him behind Ev Turner. Really well defended by the 14 of City. Held firm, Wellington. Turner looking for Dyer, coughed it up to Whiskey Van Dorn. The Canadians' first major involvement here. He works it with Geordie Muller, the two combining nicely. Iski Van Dorn plays another one too, then tries to beat his compatriot at the far post. It's always rising high and wide on this occasion. The Zebras players are acutely aware it's going to take a very good shot to make Nico in net. It's just redlining their game accordingly. Sison up against Iski Van Dorn. The Canadian came from behind and won it. Scott was an up and under to clear the area. Sison leaning in on Iski Van Dorn. Sanders collecting it. And now Iski Van Dorn just smashes that one way out of play. Giansopoulos begins to take. There's one other game underway at the moment. Northern Rangers and South Hobart, or not underway as it is. Seems to be a bit of a delay in that one. So, 0-0 up in the north. We'll keep you posted on that as that one's whacked forwards. Kamara will collect. That was dicey stuff, and jeez, he's left that late. There is Lair rising, and then there is that. That is just needless. I tell you what, and have they done him for a back pass? Copper has called him for a back pass, and oh, wow. We'll have a look at the replay, but Sheck Kamara just waiting and waiting and doesn't really trap it. And I reckon 60% of that ball is over the line. It's not a goal, the whole ball's not over, but half that ball's over the line. A moment of madness from a keeper who's out of form. He just needs to be doing the basics. He got chipped last week. He got sent off in his second game. He's having a tough second season. He was last year's NPL Keeper of the Season, Sheck Kamara. We know how good he can be, but I think he just needs to keep it a little simpler. As Marcage smashes that one away. Sanders, McEwen, mixing back in was Dorazio. It's a moment of panic at the back there. A long ball, Pace, moves it down. Really as far. Regan, now charging forwards. His Pace. Shane Egan lining up at right back today. No, Tasmania across now. He might have just been covering for him. But 10 minutes gone, and it's been a fairly frenetic opening to this one here at KG5. We expected nothing less. Top of the table battle. The stakes very high. 0-0 the score. So long ball gives Sunday McEwen something to chase. Turner sticking with him. The two number 14s battling away there. Robinson nods it back centrally, whisked away by Scott Gannon. And here's the imposing figure of the big checking machine, Jan Harutza. Muller, wide to Jaden Hay. He couldn't beat his man. Sison works it forward to Fisher. And the angler goes back to the bar. And now Noah Mees dueling away there with Harutza. He puts it into touch. Both teams looking up for this contest, as you would expect. Eventually we'll get a throw in to get back underway. Here's Noel Mees, the slide tackle coming in from Harutza. Perhaps the long throw being prepped now. Noel Mees, a likely target. They go in that direction. Harutza wins it away from him. He's certainly got the stature. Forward they go. Robinson should be able to deal with this though. Works it back towards Sunday McEwen. Stoops back to Alexander Markage. First look at the rangy sibling of the Zebras coach. Paolo on the bench. Very much the family act. McEwen comes in late on Turner and then hit the deck himself. It's always going to be a free kick the other way though. Correctly adjudicated. Scrapping away, just gives him a little push. Get out of here, Sunday. McEwen. Without going in anyway, Scott Gannon to carry Launceston City forwards. Noel Mees the target man, and he's certainly got the build of a target man, the youngster. Sison winning it back for his team. Daniel Sison, they quickly descended on him though, the Zebras. And the captain of this team, Daniel Sison, and as I mentioned pre-game, I see him playing a more advanced role than we previously have, and he's having himself a season. Still down on the ground here is Lockie Burt. And he copped the brunt of that one. Look on the replay. Gannon just going through the back of him. Rather reckless. Physical team. Here's Sunday McEwen. McEwen back for Jordan Muller. Now Iski Van Dorn. Sends it down the line for the run of Jaden Hay. Scott doesn't deal with it. Jaden Hay on the angle. What's he do here? He cuts it back. Sanders deflected off him. Spills wide. Danger not quite past. Making good ground is Robinson, but he won't quite get there in time. He'll be able to take the throw in though. Well, no, he won't because it's gone the other way. So, that one please. The Italian Albanian pacing the sidelines there. Jaden Hay just trying to cut it back there with the right option. Couldn't quite pick out a teammate. Matthew Sanders. Scott Gannon works it towards big Noah Mees, but he's just outpointed there by Markage. Assisting though with Sison, who looks to spring the angler. Tyler Fisher. But Shek Kamara is alerting off his line. Geordie Muller. Again, we'll look to pick out Hay, who's had some success down this left-hand flank in the opening 15 minutes. A couple of times promising moves have flowed through him. Iski Van Dorn swings it to the back post, and a good header there from Turner. McEwen was lurking. Behind it goes for a corner. And a look at this barnstorming run of Jaden Hay. So the corner will be taken by the Colonel, Matthew Sanders. Nico Giansopoulos with a strong pair of hands. The Canadian ever reliable in the air, and his distribution is good in the direction of Tyler Fisher. He gets goal side of pace. He's got Bert to beat now, still going Tyler Fisher, and then rockets one that sneaks in there, post. Tyler Fisher hands Launceston City the lead. He snuck it in at the near stick, and the angler has the visitors off and running here at KG5. It was poor defending. The two youngsters were left back, and Tyler Fisher beat them both. Snuck past one, snuck past two, but Shek Kamara needs to be keeping this one out. He gets a claw to it, punches it into the post, and then into the back of the net. And I think the keeper has to be stopping that one at the near stick. It's just direct Route 1 football from City. And when you've got someone with Tyler Fisher's pace on a big ground like this, why not smash it over and into his path? They profit from it. It's the ladder leaders looking to extend their lead atop the NPL Tasmania. And they've started well here. Still plenty of time left. As Jordan Muller sends it across. But the dream start for a Launceston side that are tough to break down. And no sign of this team struggling with the wider expanses of this pitch. They've looked well up for the contest, and that is a little clip, and that has to be a slice of cheese from Gannon. There was a rather cynical trip bringing down Lockie Burt. He tried to disguise it, but that's a slice of cheese every day of the week. Gotti Gannon, but it seems not. There you go. Burt looking for Jaden Hay. That's a wonderful ball from Burt. Cuts it back from McEwen, and Turner makes a crucial block. Alex Turner stuck the foot out and blocks Sunday McEwen's shot. Lovely work from Jaden Hay, and Lockie Burt. It was a great move, and then peeling off into the space was McEwen. It was a wonderful move. Turner was equal to it. Giansopoulos away. Turning is Sanders to the back post, attacking it. That was the big fella there, Harutsa. Flinging himself at it. Yeah, make the impact there. A big check. He wasn't far away. Good attack on the ball up against Liam Scott, who he comfortably has for size. So Mees, over the top, should be dealt with. High boot is the shout from the Launceston City technical area. They wanted a free kick, none forthcoming. So they take it to Sison. Muller does well. Throw in, nodded on. Iski Van Dorn away, only as far as Gannon. Trying to buy some space. The Zebra's flying into his feet. He keeps a hold of the ball and then wins a free kick in a dangerous spot. Iski Van Dorn not happy. He feels there was a little bit of foxing going on there. He was fouled there initially. Got away with it. And just put the hand in the back, and as soon as you do that, you're going to give him the excuse to go down. Just ill discipline, I'm afraid, on that occasion from the Zebs. Presents Sison or Gannon. maybe even Tyler Fisher. And a few hovering around this one, capable of whacking the dead ball goalward. A pretty good spot for drawing up where you want a free kick. Enough distance to get it up and over the wall. So we're underway, and it's already 1-0 South Hobart up in the north as this free kick is smashed over the top. Sheck Kamara smashes it into the bullseye. There was Dorazio. Egan over the top of Jaden Hay. Hay looking to link up with Sanders. Now Jordan Muller. Again, they'll look to spring Jaden Hay down the left. Again, he gets on the end of it, but Millington steers his cross away from Lachlan Burt before he can get on the end of it. Van Dorn to Muller. Geordie Muller chips it over the top. That one we gathered up by Nicky G. And he just gets him rolling with an absolute launch down the field. Alexander Marcage won it away from Mees, then won it again, not into his own path. His pass looking direction on that occasion though. Turner picks it up. Millington goes looking for Mees once again, the big target man. The young teenager does well. Just holds it up, waits for support. Came in the form of Dyer. Back to Mees. Sliding in. That's a good challenge though. Winning it away was Alexander Marcage. Now Turner. Kamara taking his time over the goal kick. Tries for a free kick, not heeded. Flicked on over the top for McEwen. He's got the pace to get in behind a Turner, but the bounce did him no favours. Soldiering on well as Sunday. Worked it back to Whiskey Van Dorn. Immediately wants to spring Jaden Hay again, and why not? He looks on Jaden Hay. He shapes to shoot here, Hay, and Giansopoulos covering his near post. Wasn't going to let that one sneak by. Long ball, Robinson just let that one roll away. Look at the little infringement in the back there. Fisher collapsing those knees nicely. Long ball, Sanders flicks on. And now Jaden Hay, he's threatened to score. Will he do it this time? No! Puts it wide of the mark, Jaden Hay. Oh, that was the easiest chance he's had. He's got him behind the lines 4 times in the opening 24 minutes. That has to be a cause for concern here for City. It took an awkward bounce and he had to volley the shot in the end and he just shot it wide. But a couple of good looks at goal now for Jaden Hay, who is absolutely torching Shane Egan, who's promptly been moved across to the other flank. And Turner is going to go occupy the right. So Kempf making a switch there. I wonder if maybe Marcage will counter and flip his wingers. There's Jaden Hay. He's enjoying that battle. Iski Van Dorn wanted to try and play it in that direction again. Everything is running through Jaden Hay at the moment. He'll get the throw in. I think he does play his best football out wide, and we're seeing that today. Liam Scott getting it forwards. Jordan Muller. For Markaj, back to Kamara. Sheku Kamara. Lindsay Millington, nodded on by Gannon. Now Iski Van Dorn gets there ahead of Dyer, has a head full of steam and just skips past Egan. Millington was coming across in coverage. Van Dorn slid in and won it well. And Millington works the situation nicely. Let's throw in. Look at Iski Van Dorn. The little nutmeg there. So 1-0 the score, Northern Rangers and South Hobart. And 5 corners and 9 shots to South Hobart already after 15 minutes. Probably gives you some idea how that one's going. Is Adam McEwen. Back to Iski Van Dorn. Curling it in. Noah Mees chested it down, just allowed Robinson in though. Rising over the top was Durazio. Getting a kick there, I thought was Gannon. Great block on Sanders by Millington. He's been very good this season, Lindsay Millington. Good start to this game. Scott Gannon's still down. But Syson is in a pretty good situation, so they're going to have to keep continuing here. City rather than stopping, sliding in with Iski Van Dorn. Great challenge to win the ball back. He feeds Jordan Muller in the middle of the park. He spreads it across there for Pace. Pace, of course, feeding Jaden Hay again, who immediately burns off his marker once again. He's untouchable at the moment, Jaden Hay, but Liam Scott says no, he's not. Stood him up and made the challenge. And he builds up that pace, drops the shoulder. Jaden Hay, he is absolutely torching this Launceston defence, and that is why Hobart Zebras love these big pitches, because they've got Iski Van Dorn, they've got Jaden Hay, they can get the ball wide, and they can use that pace and get in behind. We've seen it every time they've played on a big pitch this year. And Jaden Hay sliding it through for Sanders. Millington again with some assured defensive work. But the quality of the Zebras when they can get the ball and attack with speed is showing. Crossed in, Giansopoulos punching away. Durazio didn't really clear the area. They'll get another chance to swing one back in here. Hay crosses. Millington wins the header. Egan winning the second header. Iski Van Dorn. Harutza. McEwen. Van Dorn. Sanders just waited on it and Scott anticipated it, nipped in on it. Can they spring the counter through the pace of Tyler Fisher? He looks to get the better of Lockie Bird. He knows he's got the speed on him. He's surging in. He hits it to the back post and overhits it. He had 3 runners and that was just a little bit wasteful from the angler on that occasion. And look at this Iski Van Dorn sliding challenge to win the ball. There's a chance perhaps for McEwen to sneak in behind. Didn't quite find his way through there. Iski Van Dorn. Pass was behind Jaden Hay, so he has to go back, collect, and now he looks to run a Turner once again. Full of confidence, Jaden Hay. His cross was a poor one though, and easily collected by Giansopoulos. He smashes it long. Away by Harutza. He's got some more defending to do here. There's the pressure being applied here, and a little shoulder barge sends Markos flying into the fence. It's going to be City's throw in. Pushing it over the top as Gannon set to the top of the box there. Look to put the laces through that one. Kick goes towards Sanders in a wrestling match with Millington. And just infringing there on the centre back was the Colonel. Burt just sneaking in from behind here. We're going to talking to Copper, but that's all. Scott Gannon will eventually take it sometime this year. He swings it to the back post and won't come to anything. As it looks like Northern Rangers have just equalised on the 20-minute mark against South Hobart, seemingly against the run of play. Ball looking to pick out Jaden Hay. Millington did it well. And Benjamin Smith, ever reliable stats man, informing you Harry Townhauser, the goal scorer up north. This one's nodded to Muller. Oh, well one back though. Nice work from Gannon. Four flowing forwards here for Launceston City. It was a poor pass though. Easily cut off by Markage. Kamara sends it wide for pace. All the way back to the keeper, they go again. Van Dorn starting more centrally today. There's the Canadian. Jaden Hay with a good touch and immediately wants to drive at this defence again, showing his wheels. Jaden Hay closed down by Liam Scott. Millington built to Sanders, then McEwen. Millington flung himself at it and sawed away in the nick of time. Big Lindsay Millington having a good game here. The full Martin Devonport striker. Sanders composure there to pick out McEwen, and he thought he just had to stroke that one home before he could make contact. Millington risking that one away. Headed back in, Giansopoulos comes flying across and punches that one. And wins a free kick in the end too there, does Giansopoulos. So he's nodding it down there, and he's up there, Kazali, tight leap from Giansopoulos. Not actually sure what the foul was in that. As that one is belted again in the Jaden Hay direction. He's getting more and more attention. Liam Scott shifting across in close proximity. Ches Kent demanding these players get across and cover. Shouting out the instructions on the near touchline to us. Jordan Muller coughs it up to Charlie Dyer. He goes into the bullseye and sets a task for Durazio, intercepted by Iski Van Dorn. One thing on his mind, feed Jaden Hay. They send it wide again. Jaden Hay, this time with the early cross to the near post, and Millington, who's been good, shut that one down. Oh, little nutmeg from Jaden Hay. What can he do now? He's into the box. He cuts it back for Burt Millington. Another block. He's been enormous in this opening 35. Lindsay Millington shutting down everything. The Zebras having the better of the game at the moment. They're just unable to solve the City defence for the time being. Perhaps Iski Van Dorn is the man to solve it. Millington made the challenge and Giantsopoulos with the save. A few shouts for a penalty, but they were optimistic ones. Forward they go. Sunday McEwen escapes the attention of his marker. Works it back to Matty Sanders. Millington sticking tight to him. Got a little touch on that. That allows Scott to clean up. Only as far as Muller. Chipped it back in, but it was a poor pass. A rare errant pass from the usually reliable Jordan Muller. One of the best passes of the football in the comp. Here's Mees. Good foot in from Harutsa. We'll look at the shout for a penalty. Iski Van Dorn here, and that's the ball, I think, Millington. Giantsopoulos makes the save. Long they go. Here's Sunday McEwen, threads it for Burt, returned to McEwen. Have one guess where this is going. Hay up against Turner. Jaden Hay fakes the cross. Now shapes and sends it to the back post, and it's headed not cleanly by Robinson. It was a peach of a ball from Jaden Hay, but Robinson just couldn't quite get the power on his header and sneak it in far post. That was interesting there from Markage. Make sure it got over the fence, which would just delay the restart. Some wily stuff that from Markage. You'd expect that from their family. Always looking an advantage. Sunday McEwen in absolute disbelief of that decision, imploring the referee. He's not going to change his mind. Throw in for City. Will be taken by Egan, who's moved across to left back after struggling in the early going against Jaden Hay. A throw in from Egan. Flicked on. Tyson, he'll get the corner from it. Sees it over the line, and indeed they do. Syson swings it in. Kamara clawed it away. Gannon, Liam Scott now in rarefied air, charging forward the defender. Syson with time and space to deliver. Plenty to pick out. He sends it in, away by Harutsa. The height of this Zebras defence, helping them defend against these crosses. Syson again. That's a teasing ball. It's a great ball. Kamara with a good save. That's fantastic keeping from Sheikh Kamara. That's the Sheikh Kamara we know. That's the goalkeeper of the season last year, and he reacts really well there to deny Liam Scott, who'd gone marauding forwards there. And what would have been a second goal of the game. In the deck there is big Noah Mees. He draws the free kick. That will please Jez Kemp. That's what he likes, and he nods on the bench. That's what he wants to see from him. The strong type of centre forward play that a young lad with his frame has so much potential to offer. Falls for Mees. Oh, they just got mixed up there, I think, Mees and Egan. Quite communicate. Attack the ball. It's a call from the Launceston City bench. They've got another chance to conjure something here. They've absorbed a bit of pressure up the other end. Jaden Hay was giving them a real roasting. They've held firm, not conceded, which has been their MO this year. They're hard to break down, and Now some chances of their own. Sison swings it in. And Copper has spotted some pushing and shoving there. Scott Gannon, I believe, the one who has infringed. It will relieve the pressure as we tick towards half-time here. Good contest there between Egan and Iski Van Dorn. Charlie Dyer out after that one. Kept it in. Robinson, they take the throw. Now Colonel Sanders turning onto the trusty left foot. Swinging it wide for Jaden Hay. That's a wonderful ball from the Colonel. Hay will want to get on the right. He does just that, and Scott Gannon had dropped into that space. And whilst this Jaden Hay approach is causing them problems, there is perhaps the worry it becomes a little predictable in time. You can start putting an extra man in that lane, but geez, he's looked the Zebra's best avenue to goal in this one. Corner swung in to the back post. Giansopoulos scrambling, got a hand to it. McEwen back in. Harutsa off the post. Oh, and a big check centre back, nearly. Iski Van Dorn sends it back in. Harutsa to attack again. And Giansopoulos was good in the air. A safe pair of hands at the crossbar, denying. Oh, well done bringing that ball down, Tyler Fisher. And then Noah Mees running onto it. Trading roles there, the winger and the target man. But it's worked out nicely. Noah Mees, a well-rounded player, and he gets the throw in a good position. I think drawing up these type of lays, you probably envision Mees bringing it down and feeding Fisher, but the reverse there as we have another look at this chance at the other end. Jan Harutsa working this one back, not far away. Giansopoulos dead to rights. He was absolutely beaten there, but extension of the goal, I believe some goalkeepers say, the posts. Extension of the goalkeeper. He used his post well there. Smashed away. Sanders the target. He flicked on. It was a good flick on too. McEwen was on the end of that, but Lindsay Millington again just stuck the leg out. He has been absolutely beastly in this first 45. As Lindsay Millington. Gannon takes advantage of play being allowed to continue. They spring Dyer down the left here. He's got Mees in the middle. If he can just work it in that direction, he does. Shields the ball away from Harutsa and wins the corner. Corner into the mixer, away it goes. Gannon and Hay, well, the two giving chase. Hay then smashing into Gannon, then wants the long ball. They've got a 2v3 here. Sanders was the intended target, but he couldn't beat Turner in the air. Here's Sison, closed down well by Robinson. Now Dyer. Oh, Dyer. Still going, did it nicely, worked it to Gannon. A little bit of space here for Scott Gannon. Oh, clever, rolled it there for Fisher. Burt occupied the lane, still going Tyler Fisher. One there by Markage. Sison trying to fashion something from distance, and it took a little deflection. That's why Kamara was scrambling after it, behind for a corner. 2 minutes 10 left here in the first half. Sison once again to take. Crossed into the back post. Over the head of Noah Mees, and they'll just let that one run out. Sanders not happy with the service on that one. Gabriel Markage not overly pleased on the touchline either. He knows he needs a result, and he was hoping that the KG5 Fortress would supply him with the means to do just that. It's been a tough couple of weeks for the Zebras. They needed a bounce back and had the chance to seize top spot on the table, but at the moment, Launceston City holding firm and leading 1-0 in this game, courtesy of Tyler Fisher. Egan with the throw-in, looking for Mees. McEwen worked it well. Sanders played it behind McEwen though. Now Dyer sends it long. They would love springing Fisher on these breaks. That's a wonderful pass from Dyer. Tyler Fisher now beats Harutsa. Fisher back across the face. Mees! 2-0. Noah Mees. 6s and 7s at the back for the Zebras. And emphatically smashed home by the youngster. Noah Mees doubles the advantage just before the half-time break. And what a gift to the manager heading into the sheds that is. Noah Mees. A powerful finish. I thought the moment passed. It was good work there from Fisher, and Robinson just has to deal with that. Well, his feet mixed up, and I just feel like Markage has probably screened his own goalkeeper there too. I'm not sure that Sheck Kamara would have seen a whole lot of that. There's a towering figure parked directly in front of him. And Launceston City double the lead right on half-time as Brenton Copra brings the first 45 to an end. It's all smiles on the Launceston City bench. They know they're only halfway there, but they are flying. Hobart Zebras, well, they'll need to go into the sheds, recompose themselves. They had a good spell there. They had them under all sorts of pressure. Jaden Hay was killing them in behind. They just couldn't convert. And I think they've got to look back to round two. It does seem a long time ago, given their recent form. But on that day, they trailed Northern Rangers 2-0 and came back to win it 5-2 with 10 men. So you never know, but at the moment, this Launceston City team are looking the goods. A happy bunch heading into the locker room. Noah Mees with a very timely blow. Tyler Fisher scoring the first there, sneaking it in past Kamara. And that is why, after 45 minutes at KG5, in this top-of-the-table showdown, it is the ladder leaders, Launceston City 2, leading Hobart Zebras 0. We'll be back here in around about 10 minutes' time. Kick the City, and they're so dangerous from set pieces. We saw that. See that. So they'll be happy to be back here as the set piece is swung in dangerously. Syson lunging at it, and then Mees out the backs, puts it wide of the post. I wonder if we'll see any trick routines today. They'll keep that in the locker room, and Sanders just gets piled in from behind somehow. One of the best. Jaden Hay from wide areas picks out the Colonel Sanders, turns on the right and deflects into the path of Giansopoulos. Promising well. And he did really well, Lindsay Millington. Danger not past though. Sunday McEwen flashes one over the bar. Wasn't far away. Starting out wide here on the right. He looks to burn them off with his pace. Tyler Fisher tearing off towards the box here. And in the end, pace is Jaden Hay, who switched the direction of attack with a wonderful ball for Sunday McEwen. He looks to chink in behind it. Turner really well defended by the 14. Miller, the two combining nicely. Iski Van Dorn plays another one too, then tries to beat his compatriot. He'll collect. That was dicey stuff, and jeez, he's left that late. There is Lair rising, and then there is that. That's Zebras coach. Carlo on the bench. Very much the family act. McEwen comes in late on Turner and then hit the deck. He certainly got the build of a target man, the youngster. Syson winning it back for his team. Daniel Syson, they quickly descended on him though, the Zebras. And the captain of this team, as I mentioned pre-game, I've seen him playing a more advanced role than we previously have, and he's having himself a season. He's still down on the ground here. Sends it down the line for the run of Jaden Hay. Scott doesn't deal with it. Jaden Hay on the angle. What's he do here? He cuts it back. Sanders deflected off him. Spills wide. Danger not quite. Just outpointed there by Marquage. Assisting though with Syson, who looks to spring the angler. Tyler Fisher. Check Kamara. Promising moves have flowed through him. Iski Van Dorn swings it to the back post and a good header there from Turner. McEwen was lurking. Sophoulis with a strong pair of hands. Canadian of Tyler Fisher against goal side of pace. He's got Bert to beat now, still going Tyler Fisher. And then rockets one that sneaks in there, post. Tyler Fisher hands Launceston City the lead. He snuck it in at the near stick. Team struggling with the wider expanses of this pitch. They've looked well up for the contest, and that is a little clip, and that has to be a slice of cheese from Gannon. Bert looking for Jaden Hay. That's a wonderful ball from Bert. Cuts it back from McEwen, and Turner makes a crucial block. Alex Turner stuck it. And Sophoulis away. Turning is Sanders to the back post, attacking it. That was the big fella there. Buy some space. The Zebras flying into his feet. He keeps a hold of the ball and then wins a free kick in a dangerous spot. Iski Van Dorn not happy. So we're underway. And it's already 1-0 South Hobart up in the north as his free kick is smashed over the top. He wants to spring Jaden Hay again, and why not? He looks on Jaden Hay. He shapes to shoot here, Hay, and Sophoulis covering his near post. That one sneak by. And now Jaden Hay, he's threatened to score. Will he do it this time? No! Puts it wide of the mark, Jaden Hay. Gannon. Now Iski Van Dorn gets there ahead of Dyer, has a head full of steam and just skips past Egan. Millington is coming across the coverage. Van Dorn's down, just allowed Robinson in though. Rising over the top was Durazio. Getting a kick there, I thought was Gannon. Tyson is in a pretty good situation, so they're going to have to keep continuing here. City rather than stopping, sliding in with Iski Van Dorn. Great challenge to win the ball back. Each time they're flat on a big pitch this year. And Jaden Hay sliding it through for Sanders. Millington again with some assured defensive work. Crossed in, Giansopoulos punching away. Fisher, he looks to get the better of Lockie Bird. He knows he's got the speed on him. He's surging in. He hits it to the back post and overhits it. He had 3 runners in that. It's the pressure being applied here, and a little shoulder barge sends Marco. Smashing it over the top as Gannon set to the top of the box there. This one's nodded to Muller. Well one back though. Nice work from Gannon. All flowing forwards here. Wingers wheels. Jaden Hay closed down by Liam Scott. Millington built to Sanders. Then McEwen. Millington flung himself at it and saw it away. Headed back in. Giansopoulos comes flying across and punches that one. He's been good. Shut that one down. Oh, little nutmeg from Jaden Hay. What can he do now? He's into the box. He cuts it back for Bert. Millington, another block. He's been in City defence for the time being. Perhaps Iski Van Dorn is the man to solve it. Millington made the challenge and Giansopoulos with the save. A few shouts. Makes the cross. Now shapes and sends it to the back post, and it's headed not cleanly by Robinson. It was a peach of a ball from Jaden. Didn't quite get the power on his header. And sneak it in for our post. That was interesting there from Marquage. Make sure it got over the fence. Sunday McEwen in absolute disbelief of that decision. Pouring. Syson swings it in. Kamara clawed it away. Gannon, Liam Scott now in rarefied air. These crosses. Syson again. That's a teasing ball. It's a great ball. Kamara with a good save. That's fantastic keeping. Now, some chances of their own. Syson swings it in. And Coppler has spotted some pushing and shuffling there. Scott Gannon, I believe, this one. Corner swung in to the back post. Giansopoulos scrambling, got a hand to it. McEwen back in. Rutsa off the post. Oh, and a big check centre back, nearly. Iski Van Doorn sends it back in. Rutsa to attack again. Going Tyler Fisher, one there by Markage. Sison trying to fashion something from distance, and it took a little deflection. That's why Kamara was scrambling after it, but the pass from Dyer. Tyler Fisher now beats Rutsa. Fisher back across the face. Knees! 2 L's, no knees. 6s and 7s at the back of the Zebras, and emphatically smashed home.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are.
Stash. And we're good. Welcome back here to KG5 for the second half of this top of the table showdown. It is Launceston City who enter the day sitting pretty atop the summit, who are still holding sway. Thanks to a 2-goal first half goals from Tyler Fisher and Noah Mees right before the break. Have got this game well and truly within their keeping if they can see it out. They've been very good at shutting down games once they've got into these types of positions this year, City. Can they do it again, the Zebras? Well, they've been a pretty good second half side throughout most of the year. And they created more than enough in that first half to keep themselves interested. They know if they can get one back, there's plenty of goals in this side. They're a fit team. They run matches out well. They've just got to find that spark. And I think Jaden Hay in the first half looked like the man who could well provide it. He was in behind the lines, was the Zebras captain, frequently raiding down that flank. Just couldn't quite conjure the finish or the cross to unlock it. Maybe that'll change in the second half. The Zebras needed to. They're 2 goals down here as we're underway in the second 45. Turner getting a foot in ahead of Hay. They immediately went down there. I'd also imagine Jez Kent has been talking to his team about what the Zebras are trying to do and perhaps putting a little more attention towards Jaden Hay, who's got him behind here. He stayed on side. Hay, can he beat Turner? Oh, the flag raised. I don't know about that one. I thought he'd done a pretty good job there, Jaden Hay. Who's got him behind. Apparently straightened. Turner looking a better match for him than Egan, who was struggling with his pace in that first half. Kent's making the switch. I do wonder if we'll see the wingers maybe switch it to some stage. McEwen and him flipping. Iski Van Dorn playing more centrally. And also there has been a change for the Zebras at half-time. I'm just noticing there in the midfield, we've got Olaf Conforti, who has replaced Lockie Burt. So Gabriel Marcage has made one swap at the break, and Olaf Conforti on his debut for the club, introduced for the second half. Here's Daniel Sison, did it well, worked it to Fisher, some quick feet to spin out of trouble, then he gets clipped, and Copper says you diving, get up. The long ball will be cut out by Turner. Here's Conforti's first involvement. Here's Scott Gannon, just rolls it into the path of Mees. Trot on the ball, tried to shield it. Did it nicely. Still going here, Noah Mees. And then shaping to shoot. Straight down the throat of Sheku Kamara on this occasion. No threat there to the goal. There's another change. I'll tell you what, there's another change Marcage makes. That was Luke Biggin. So they've made 2 swaps here. The Zebras have really changed things up. Trying to figure out who he has replaced. I think Pace. Yeah, so Pace has come off for Biggin. So a double change at the break for Gabriel Marcage. As Jaden Hay lays in the path of the counter fly. It's Iski Van Dorn. No, he opted to square it rather than shoot. And Gian Soplis gleefully clasps the ball. What an opportunity gone begging that is. Iski Van Dorn just needed to pull the trigger. Trying to walk the ball into the back of the net there. You get a look like that, you've just got to go, especially down 2-0. Too unselfish on that occasion from the Canadian. As Marcage plays it to Biggin. He goes back. There's a huge back four they're rolling out now that Pace has gone out for Biggin. Biggin playing centre back, and you've got Robinson and Harutza as the fullbacks. That is some serious size. Perhaps the biggest we've seen. As Dyer gets a foot on this one and letting it run out is Robinson. He's got a big heave on him if he wants it. And he goes to McEwen. Tried to square it for Sanders. Just didn't make the connection. Conforti to Dyer and now to play. So we'll have another look at Iski Van Dorn. He's in here. And he just squared it. And just needed to be firing away. Perhaps didn't think he could fire it off on the right. Maybe needed to take it with the left, but a big moment goes begging. But a positive start to the half for the Zebras. Sanders the target here. He turns and twists. Does he win the corner? He does. He'll take it himself. What can the Colonel deliver here? Perhaps a slight wind advantage at the Zebras' way, although it's fairly dead. The wind, not doing a lot. Sanders swings it to the back post. Giansopoulos up to clasp that one. And he immediately releases to Fisher. They love doing this. Counter-attacking, using the pace of Tyler Fisher. They'll back him in a one-on-one battle all day. They'll take those odds, Launceston City. they can isolate him against someone, that's a good result. And they've really looked to use him as an outlet. Just use the pace of Tyler Fisher in behind, the strength of these to hold it up, and they're building nicely here. It's Dyer, he's got Sison in the middle. Harutza away, oh, the clearance was straight to the Lonnie City player. Not dealt with it all well, and allows Scott Gannon in here. Gannon drifting onto the left. Let it run, now back to Sison. Just hesitating to put the ball into the area. They do have some big units back there though, the Zebras, and they've worked it all the way back, and now they decide to launch it in. There, Mees the target, did well to get his head to it, but I think if you were going to go the cross into the box, it probably needed to come 20 seconds earlier. Here's Jaden Hay. Hay swings it in the McEwen direction. The Imperious Millington was there, fell to the feet. And then Egan, oh, nice little move there from Egan. Gliding away, offside is Tyler Fisher. The flag is up. As the Zebras will take over anyway. Muller to Conforti. The man buns in midfield there. For the Zebras, here's Jaden Hay. Wearing him tightly is Turner. He's paying especially close attention to every step he takes now. I'm sure that's the instruction. The cross comes in, looking for Sanders. And steered away from Hay there by Turner. Just mentioned, was really looking to put the clamps down. Here is Jaden Hay. He's looked likely to make something happen as Hay. That's a great ball in acres of space. It's Jordan Muller. Goes down by Scott. And then chipped back in, but all those Zebras were offside. Just a slight errant pass. They left him alone at the top of the box there, Jordy Muller. But just needed a moment to get it and set himself. Wasn't really set up to run onto and smash it first time. Hands to the head of McEwen there. Giansopoulos will eat up every second he can. And then a little Fosbury flop there from Nicky G. You think the contact from Hay and an excuse to eat up a few more seconds. He got a yellow card for time wasting last week. A couple this year, but all part of the gamesmanship that City will use. Jez Kemp, he's a very astute manager. He will use any advantage he can get in a game. They will be cynical, they will eat up the seconds, and they will grind out results. They play with their strengths. There's Gabriel Marquage absolutely blowing his fuse down on the near touchline at the lack of a ball coming back into play, which has just allowed City to take the sting out of it. And I do wonder how it has taken us quite this long to get the ball back there. But give it a Zebras home game. And they're the ones who control ball boys and ball kids. Perhaps they should be on that themselves, as this one will be steered away. Jordan Muller. Really straining to get that one is the big checking machine, Harutza. Now he finds Sanders. Sanders shielding it from the attention of Millington. It was well won by Turner. Gannon got collected after he got rid of it by Harutza. He might be into the book here, the big check. Or it might just be a warning from Copra, and it is. So just a ticking off. He was very late. Not going to do too much damage with that style of tackle, but it was an age late getting into it. Long ball. Noame's the target, scrapping with Harutza, who's surely going to be done for a high foot here, given that his foot got caught on the shoulder of the opposition. And it might be a slice of cheese too for Jan Harutza, given he'd just been warned about 10 seconds earlier. So a little bit reckless there from the big check. And he certainly got the foot a long way up here. So have a look on the replay. That is Noah Mees, who's not short. He's a fairly sizable lad, so if you're getting your boot caught on someone's shoulder of that stature, I don't think you've got a whole lot of a case. Really easy one for Brenton Copper. gives Daniel Syson the chance. Now, will we see any hijinks here? Has Kent got any variations up his sleeve? They've been rehearsing on the training track this week. After absolutely baiting and suckering in the Devonport Strikers an absolute treat from a similar position last week. Let's see what they run. Will it be slightly more regulation? They are special routines for a reason. You don't pull them out every week. What's he got? Syson chips it to the back post. It's a pretty good ball. And then smashed back across the face, but gathered by Kamara. Fisher's ball not causing, well, Bees' ball even, not causing too many problems. As Adam McEwen is cast in the role of target man and gave a pretty good fist of it before Gavin came in and won it away. Geordie Muller will look to spring Jaden Hay, but Liam Scott appears to have this under control. Just sees it out of play and into touch. Nodded on cleverly. That was nice from Syson. And now they try and spring the pace of Tyler Fisher. Didn't get in behind though. Harutza. Now Conforti. Back to Markaj. Markaj with a long diagonal. Great ball too. Found Jaden Hay, who's having his shirt grabbed by Turner. Got away with it. Hay snapped in and won it well. Uses his body. He's being fouled here, Jaden Hay. I'm not sure how he hasn't got a free kick there. Alex Turner was almost like he was asking him for a dance on the dance floor, just leading him with the arm. I'm not sure how he's got away with that. Unless Hay's got a fistful of shirt, which I don't think Cockrell could really see from that position. So I reckon they've dodged a bullet there. Certainly that's the sentiments of Jaden's father down the grandstand in front of me. But as I said, that looked like he was leading him off to the dance floor. He was grabbing the arm and hauling him in. I don't know how he's missed that one. Anyway, worked forward there by Robinson. Conforti. Back to Ben Robinson. Swings it centrally. Turner. Dyer. Now Dorazio. A fall for Muller. He read it well. Nicely done, Jordan Muller, and took the touch into the space. Such a clever player. Harutza. Iski Van Dorn. Been quiet in this half. And then lift from him after he almost provided the moment of inspiration. Sanders dispossessed by Millington. He's winning everything, big Lindsay Millington. He's having himself a game. That was a poor pass from Conforti. From Dyer though. Conforti, oh, well kept in. Really well kept in. That's brilliant from McEwen. Can he pick out a target now? Sanders peels back and he just chose the wrong option. He tried to pick out the runner, Van Dorn. Needed to cut it back for the Colonel. Back the other way, and Tyler Fisher is outpointed there by Alexander Markaj. Did it well and then marauds forward. He says, I'll have some of this. Jumps into the attack. And it stalls temporarily, but they've still got a hold of the ball. Conforti. Now Jaden Hay. He's just going to curl this one in the McEwen direction. Giantsopoulos comfortably saved McEwen with a rather blatant push at the back stick anyway. Forward they go. Mees the target. Markaj across there. Mees got there first. Kept it in play. Biggin. Oh, dodgy touch from Biggin. He's conceded a corner. No, just kept it in. Whole ball mustn't have crossed the line. That was very close. As we have a look at Sunday McEwen, well, he's still got the desire and the will to fight and scrap here. He won't give in. And that was fantastic work in the lead up, but Sanders was the man. He made a really good option to peel off, although Liam Scott, to be fair, was quite alert. The throw into the box here. Will it fall for City? Well done, Conforti. Won that ball away. Now Harutza. And Jaden Hay. Iski Van Dorn. Being well shackled by Joe Dorazio. Doing a good job on him. Markaj. Harutza. Back he goes. Now it's Alexander Markaj. He does look a tidy player, the brother of the coach. Looking like he might be a handy acquisition. Here's Harutsa. Playing as a fullback in this second half. Hey. Van Dorn. Again, the City defence. So well organised. Dyer. Works it across to Sison, who's just dropping a little deeper in this half with a 2-0 lead. He's not as advanced as he was at times in the first half. A dicey little back pass there gives Kamara some work, but he negotiated it well. And it's good distribution too. Hits Sanders on the chest. The Colonel. Now Jaden Hay again. Cutting inside. Drifting past a couple. Good squaring ball. Finds Conforti onto the left. It's Olaf Conforti. Lacked the power to beat Nicky G from there. It was a good flowing move, and Jaden Hay again at the heart of it for the Zebras. The lights come on here. KG5. Wide down the right, they attack once more, the Zebras. Galloping forwards as Robinson threads the throw for Sanders, who's offside. Oh, and I almost wish he wasn't offside, because that's a contender for save of the year right there. Nico Giansopoulos. I think he'll be disappointed it was offside. That was top draw keeping. Scott with the hand up. Unless there's someone off screen, that's the right decision. Yeah, look, unless there's a fullback playing him on. And look, it'd be Turner if anyone. I don't think he was, but how about that save from Giansopoulos? Fantastic goalkeeping. So Giansopoulos eventually allow the assistant referee to put his arm down. A real endurance test there from the linesman. Just pointing that one down the line for a little bit. Giansopoulos finally gets us back underway. And he's the target. Conforti did well. Sison. Oh, lovely bit of skill there from Tyler Fisher. And the angler crossing, or was it a shot? He hit it with some serious venom. Just smashed it across the face. 30 minutes left here for the Zebras. They trail by 2. Here is Sheku Kamara. On he goes. There's Liam Scott. And number 17, Matty Sanders flying in there. Scott Gannon spreads the play. Robinson uses every inch of his height. And then it'll be Jordan Muller just to nod it back to Sheku Kamara. Sends it wide for Jaden Hay. Made the most of a pretty tough situation. Iski Van Dorn goes flying in to the opposition bench. And told Matty Sanders was in fact booked in that play a couple of moments ago where we had the bit of the delay for the offside. Not sure what exactly that was for, but yellow ticket shown to the Colonel as Robinson thought he had a clean run out, but sliding in was Dyer. Robinson tracks it back and wins the throw in. The throw in for Sanders. He'll look to turn Millington. He does that, but he's a tame effort, easily clasped by Nico Giansopoulos. It'll take better than that to beat the brilliant Canadian. That perhaps not so brilliant. He smacks it into touch. Here's Harutsa. Jan Harutsa. Jaden Hay. Running at Turner, who's pretty good since the switch was made. He was really giving Egan all sorts of problems with his pace, but Turner has evened that battle right up, although being able to sit deep is also helping them. And Jaden Hay just asking the question, why is that ball not played to my feet? And I think it's a fair question. hit his feet, let him run with momentum. Make him change direction. He has looked their best chance of getting it back into this one. Syson nods on. Harutza lets it run out of play. Alexander Markaj. Diagonal for McEwen. McEwen was closed down by Dyer. Iski Van Dorn surrounded. Back heel from Egan. Falls into the path of Robinson. Robinson. Curling one. Couldn't find anyone. Wide it goes. As the moments continue to tick by here. As news from the MTCA, South Hobart have taken a lead, 2-1. In the second half there. Syson having a fantastic season, Daniel Syson. That's a good ball. Just a bit too central looking to Spring Fisher. Markaz did well, got the better of Syson. And now a long-range ball from Conforti. Turner modeled it backwards, and now he's got some work to do. He scrambles back and smashes it away. Gabriel Markaz playing ball boy himself this time in a bid to get it down there a little quicker. Hay to Muller. Muller with a teasing ball to the back post. Giansopoulos regathers it. It's on the deck, and he did well to claw it there, Nicky G. Got fouled in the process, but with desperation after an initial little fumble there. Didn't get the usual goalkeeping protection that they're so often afforded. In the case, they will have had a case for a free kick on that one. Got the ladder. Doesn't matter too much. As it stands, it's Giansopoulos' team that is going to be going home happy. Unless they can change things pretty swiftly. And City will be more than happy just to take all the sting out of this game. They will be in no rush to take any of these throw-ins at all. Down the line towards Mies, through him. Markaj. Sheikh Kamara. And in fact, it's now 3-1 up at the MTCA. South Hobart coming out in the second half, breathing fire. They've got 2 goals. Out of play for Jaden Hay. Liam Scott. Cut off by Harutza. Conforti. Diagonal. Adam McEwen takes a touch. Still going Adam McEwen. Charlie Dyer tight to him. A sharp turn, and then the cross is blocked, and he plays it in. It's a good ball for Jaden Hay, but his touch took it straight into the path of Syson, who smashed it out of there, and then he's across to chip another one away. And just get the sense City going into protect mode here. Content to sit on their 2-goal lead. And why not? And hold it for another 20. They will be sitting very pretty indeed. And they're on the other end here. Kamara with a save, and the rebound's poked wide. Oh, not far away from sealing it there. It was Noah Mies. No, went down early, and protected the low angle and then trying to tap home his own rebound, but unable to do so. No knees, but things starting to get a little desperate here for the Zebras now. Markage works it forward. Millington. Markage to Muller. He's finding this city side so hard to break down. Kent, he's got them very well organised. Down the line looking for Mies. Here's Edwards up. Sanders first time over the top. And a substitution. And that will be Paolo Markage. So the third Markage set to enter the fray here, and it looks like he'll replace Adam McEwen, which is an interesting change in itself. We've primarily seen Paolo Markage used as a defender, although he's wearing the number 10, so who knows. Either way, we've got our third Markage injected into this contest. Just when you think one is enough, there's three of them, the siblings. But they certainly keep things entertaining. And they've been good value for the league, but Gabriel facing a tough one here. He's sided down by 2 with 20 to play. City looking to move. They're on top again. The first full round of fixtures. They win today and they'd have nearly as many points this year. So they accrued in the entirety of last season. Here is Markage. Swings it in the direction of Iski Van Dorn, but it'll go through to his compatriot Giansopoulos. Things going wonderfully here at the moment for City. Zebra's not really breaking them down, not penetrating. They're struggling to get through the rigid organisation at the back. So often we've seen in the NPL Tasmania, it's the best team at the back that wins. It could be another year following a similar trend. Here's Dyer. Switching ball. See that one, or trying to play it off him was Robinson. Recovered it, worked it to Kamara. As Northern Rangers pull one back at the NTCA ground. Now 3-2 up there. Like, a pretty good game, that one. That was in the 50th, 53rd and 57th minute of that one. So flying in from all corners at the NTCA. That's what Hobart Zebras would very much like down here. And at the moment, it's City in complete control. Off the head of Harutsa. Markage just delivering the ball to Gannon there. Gannon. Sison. Doing well is Sison, doing really well. Worked it to Mies. Mies tries to catch the keeper out with a dipping effort, but didn't have the depth on that one to loop it past Kamara. He smashes it long. Millington. Harutsa, heavy touch, but it worked out all right. Here's Conforti. Gannon vociferous in his appeals, but it was out. And he gets it. So here on the Zebras, the clock is ticking. That was a strong challenge. This will be two. Flying in was Turner. Karutza convinced it was out of play. Not too pleased on the near side. He's a giant of a man that is on Karutza. 40 nodded it straight to Millington. This isn't very inspired stuff here from the Zebs. This isn't looking like a team that can rally off a couple of late goals. They're looking stifled. Launceston City just shutting this game down expertly. They might not have had success on KG5 in the past, but I'm not sure anything from previous seasons is of a whole lot of use when analysing this City team. They're just so different in personnel and style. There's not much to be gleaned from looking back down the years, to be honest. As this one's chipped wide. Can the Zebras conjure something here? A chance for a cross. He goes in towards Sanders. It was a poor ball, though, from Robinson. His striker, no favours. 15 to play. Sanders the target. Millington shackling him tightly as he has all afternoon. Worked it back to Whiskey Van Dorn. And then tapped on by Conforti. The Zebras pull one back, and this game has life. Olaf Conforti on his debut. Strokes home. Give the credit to Whiskey Van Dorn, though. His wiliness and trickery in the box. Bringing City undone for the first time all day. It looked a little bit panicked back there. And stroking home is Conforti. And suddenly a nervous 15 minutes coming up here for City. They've looked comfortable defending this lead, and one pass played him in. Did so well to retain his balance and deflected. And Gannon, I think, caught there the wrong side of his man. So Zebras with some renewed vigour now. They're a confidence team. We know that. They can get on a roll. They're going to need to here as time ticks by. Pulled it back though. 2-1 here. Sison appealing for the throw, won't get it. Goes the way of Whiskey Van Dorn, who says, "You have it, Big Ben." And the clock tower will just heave this one in over the head of Sanders. Millington behind for a corner. I imagine they'll be comfortable sitting back and absorbing. They've done it for most of this half, but will things start to tighten up now? The Zebras have a sniff. Now they've pulled one back. It's suddenly a different proposition. Marcage plays in the corner, bit of a chaos ball. Matty Sanders lays it back here for Conforti. Wanted to shoot, that was shot off to him. Hay, back to Jordan Muller. And charging out. And a heavy-chested touch there from the big Czech on Harutza. It's a wrong moment as far as Zebras are concerned. Whacked forward by Gannon. Now Mees. Well done though. In defence from Alexander Marcage. Put up a little lame after that recent effort. Bit of cramp perhaps. His brother imploring the side to move the ball forwards on the sidelines. He's playing this trap well at the moment. Launceston City inviting him to pass the ball into certain areas and just compressing that space nicely. Have they got the legs to run this one out, to see out the job? You know the Zebras will. They're one of, if not the fittest teams in the comp. Biggin retreats to Kamara. Alexander Marcage. It's a good ball, and from wide areas, it's a dangerous looking cross. Attacking it was Conforti. Going flying in front of Jaden Hay there, who'll track this one down. He's got a handful of shirt. Gets away with it, maybe a bit of a square up. Brilliant from Jaden Hay. Into the box, he passes to Conforti. Sanders was there and he couldn't get enough of it. And Giansopoulos clasped it gratefully to his chest. It was good movement They just needed Sanders to get there and finish it. Couldn't quite get enough on it, but one of Zebra's best moves for the day that was. And once again, it came via Jaden Hay. Lovely turn here from him on the wing. And he's calling for it again. Driving it inside here, Ziski Van Dorn. He plays it to Sanders. Sanders was shut down, 3 of them just sandwiching the Colonel there. Here's Markage, galloping forward the big centre half. Sanders turning and trying to pick out Harutza. He can't quite pull that one in. It rolls over the line for a goal kick. So you have a look at Hay just going bang. A little nutmeg there on Turner, who's clamped down on him in this second half after he was really running right in that first half, and looks like a substitution in the offing for Launceston City. And we're going to see the end of Charlie Dyer's day, and on is Daniel Smith. So the Englishman coming on, no Shane Cartwright in the squad at present, so we can roll out the third import player. Of course, Daniel Syson, somewhat of a bonus as a domestic player, given he's got a visa here, a permanent visa of some sort that qualifies him. It gives him the added bonus of really being able to roll out 4 overseas players. Having said that, he did sit in the Northern Championship all last year. Syson just waiting away. He gets his chance, and Smith with a chance to make an immediate impact, bringing some energy and some fresh legs, which is probably a good thing for City if they're going to see this game out. A few more people to close the Zebras down with a bit more verve and energy. Tyler Fisher could close the game out here as he drove it straight at Sheku Kamara, who's secure in possession again. And he smashes it away. And now a chance for Matty Sanders. Across came Dorazio. He's had a really good game, Joe Dorazio. Just doing the simple things well. The long throw comes. Sanders, the intended target. He flicks it onto the back post. It's the Canadians not after the ball. It was Van Dorn, the Giansopoulos, who just complaining. He got a little clip round the neck. Lindsay Millington, meanwhile, is still on the deck here. William Scott in here across there, along with Brenton Chopra. So, with added time, you'd say about 10 minutes remaining here at KG5. Launceston City looking to stay top of the table. They're having a fantastic year. They're starting to believe, and it's starting to become undeniable. They're one of the main contenders. They get this result as well, they will be one of the lead contenders. They're on top of the table after 7 rounds. History shows you don't win it if you're not the top couple of teams. If you're too many points off the pace. It's a unique season in many ways, but I don't think we'll see this City team falter. As Conforti was the target, couldn't quite get there. And Syson copying a little bit for Conforti, who got out of there. Syson was going back after him. As Marcus says, get the ball and let's get on with this thing. Stop allowing them to eat up the seconds. We need every single one of them right now. And you may well be right on that one. So Liam Scott to get us back underway. Knees. Hitting the deck was Harutza, advantage paid. He immediately went for that corner, thinking Jaden Hay would be there, but he had some coverage. There's plenty of numbers back on this flank at the moment for Lonnie City. And where do they want to go? Sanders, can he conjure something? The Colonel weaving, still going. Sanders volley, again blocked by Millington. Now Paolo Marcage, the second brother, dispossessed by Syson. One back by Marcage, only as far as Smith, who gets it to Egan and says anywhere but here, and sends it up the other end of the field. Probably a smart policy. Peruzza. Muller. Now Millington away. There has been a giant, and that is just miscontrol there from Marquage that'll allow Mees in. He lost it immediately though. But they might be able to eat some more seconds off the clock. The Zebras back into attack. It's Sanders. Wants Robinson to support, the fullback. Combining with Iski Van Dorn, looking to turn the corner here against Egan. Drives towards the byline, then puts it across to the back post. Over even the big frame of Peruzza, but Geordie Muller's arriving on the scene. He sends it towards Sanders! What a save, Giansopoulos! Absolutely enormous from the Canadian. And he might just have saved a couple of points. You won't see a better save than that. Nicky G. Paolo Marquage. The Zebras on the attack again. Is it gone out of play? No, play on. Scrapping away there. Muller tries to get around a couple and he can't, and they holding on Launceston City by the fingertips of Giansopoulos. They hold on. Worth every cent that man in there for Lonnie City. Every cent. Iski Van Dorn squares it to Muller, a little bit of space. Now to Conforti. Conforti crossing, it's over Giansopoulos for a goal kick. 4 minutes left in regulation. That could so easily have been 2-2. Any other keeper in the league, and I reckon that is 2-2. That was absolutely top draw stuff. Giansopoulos eating up every single second he can, as you'd expect, and he'll get us reloaded. Marquage sends it wide for Iski Van Dorn, bobbing up on the right again. He's been effective since going over there, but he's lost here in the battle, and Tyler Fisher will play it to Sison, who'll try and drive it forward, but he didn't sense Muller coming from the blind side. He works it to Robinson. Marquage. Back to Robinson. 2:45 left in regulation. They can't afford to just dilly at the back here, the Zebras. They need to move it forwards, but not like that. That's straight to Liam Scott. Marquage. Blocked off there. Well done, Gannon. Held it up and the chip over the top. Looking for Mees, but Kamara can gather. He'll play it to Marquage, although he left it. The substitute Smith almost able to capitalise, not quite. And it falls to Conforti. Is there any running left in this Zebras team? Have they got anything left to give? It's Jaden Hay, he certainly does. He crosses into the box. Giansopoulos a fumble, and he recovered it. A rare fumble from the Canadian, but it was not to matter. He regathered and composed himself. And it remains 2-1 in his side's favour. They just know how to win at the moment, City. That's a foul. And a free kick and a chance to send the cavalry forwards. I'm not really sure what the argument is there. It was as obvious a foul as you see. Jaden Hay. 90 seconds to go. Conforti. Peruzza. Crossing it in. Off the boot of Sison. Iski Van Dorn will try and track it down. He turns onto the right. All hands on deck here for City. Everyone is back defending the goal line, but they might be in danger at the other end. Mees has got it past Kamara. He does, but Kamara's got the recovery speed. Mees got there first somehow. I don't think it's going to bend back enough. And it rolls wide of the mark, but jeez. Not well dealt with at all by the Zebs there. They were nearly caught out. He's just unable to land the killer blow. But there's not long left now for the Zebras. Geordie Muller. Jaden Hay. Peruzza. Muller. Jaden Hay. Now it's Mees, and he can eat some more seconds off. A little push off there. And he'll head for the corner flag, surely. Oh, he cut back inside. That's showing his inexperience. He does win the throw in, though. Turner to lead up a few more seconds. He rolls it to Gannon. And they've got the throw now, the Zebras. Here we go. We're about to enter stoppage time. Last roll of the dice here for the Zebs. And they hit them with the late punch. They came so close to levelling it. Denied by the fingertips of Nicky G. Now it's Colonel Sanders. Robinson. Muller. Wide for Risky Van Dorn. Van Dorn crossing it into the top of the box. Conforti was there. Attacking it was Turner. Spills for Harutza. He's got a couple to pick out. Millington again. An enormous performance from Lindsay Millington today. Liam Scott's been great too. He just whacks that one out of there. They'll lead up some more crucial seconds. Shekamaris needs to punch this one along, but he shanked it. He shanked it horribly, and it might cost them dearly because it went straight to Tyler Fisher. And that's probably a smart yellow card to take, all things considered. It's going to eat up a lot of time, though. It was the most professional offence you'll see. He just stood in his path and said, "Nah, we're not going past me, Tyler." And this will eat up plenty of seconds. We'll see if that gets taken into account. We've ticked past 91 minutes. I hope there isn't any major injuries here. Both players staying down. The City player has every reason to sit down. That was interesting there. Teammate trying to offer to help him up, but he wasn't having a bar of it. Hopefully he's all right. Markage on the ground there. So, the game coming to a halt here as Markage receives the treatment. I reckon he must have copped a fair hit in the follow through of Fisher. And Fisher's got absolutely no motivation to get up, so I'm not surprised he's staying down. Hopefully both players will be right. The slice of cheese now issued to Alexander Markage. Absolutely had to be. 15 minutes to go up north, still 3-2 the score. South Hobart holding sway over Northern Rangers. So you have a look at the foul. Oh my gosh. Just stepped into him. Stepped into him. Copped the brunt of Tyler Fisher. And copped the yellow card too, so when we resume, this stoppage happened at about 91 minutes. Before that, so there still should be a couple of minutes left, you'd imagine. But so often when you have these stoppages in stoppage time, they for some reason don't always seem to account. Having said that, Brenton Cochra, last time I watched him ref was at Valley Road, and he conjured up 9 minutes of added time that day, when I thought there'd be about 2, so who knows, we might go on for a while longer yet. A corner for City, and that will eat up more seconds. There'll be no rush to take this, and I don't think many players will be going forwards. Zebras, Markage just puts the ball on the spot for him, but it's not going to expedite this process. Syson and Mees will just go stand in the corner and tap it to each other and try and shield the ball for a few seconds. Well, we thought they'd do that. Mees pulls them all. Skips inside. He could seal the game here, the big fella. Onto his right foot. What a goal that is! It's Launceston City 3, Hobart Zebras 1. Noah Mees with a wonderful solo goal to seal the deal here. Launceston City will take the chockies. The Zebras were expecting the time wasting. I've got to admit I was expecting the time wasting. And Mees went, no, you know what, I got this, guys. I got this. Don't worry about wasting time. Let's put another one in there. And they just weren't set up to defend. against the incursion. He just skips inside, beats Big and all ends up, then pokes it past Kamara. Nothing he can do. Big Noames gets a goal and secures the 3 points for Launceston City. Scenes of jubilation on the pitch. And I tell you what, there was jubilation on the bench too. Andrew Heap and Jess Hanf jumping up and down there, embracing each other. A lot of love on the Lonnie City bench. They're a happy team. Zebras will keep battling. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Marcage trying to get there. Jaden Hay, he'll keep working. But surely it's slipped away from them now. Jaden Hay in for Conforti. Pulled a goal back to make it 2-1. Gave them hope. And it would have been level if not for one of the saves of the season from Nico Giansopoulos. That extension making the fingertip save. That was the difference. It would have been 2-2. And that is why goalkeepers are worth their weight in gold. And my City were quite smart to go out and get the best one they possibly could. Down the costs. Look at the benefits. Look at what the difference can be. He saved them plenty of points already this season as Giansopoulos flicked on. Zebras might be able to pull one back here. Harutza works it for Hay. Hay shuffling onto the right, shut down by Scott again. It's been a great defensive effort from this Launceston defence. They've stood firm. They've blocked off the dangerous areas. One slip up there allowed them back into the game, but other than that, they've been rock solid. Zebras for much of the day have been banging their head against the brick wall. Robinson to Van Dorn. Iski Van Dorn curling it in. Hay made the run, but Giansopoulos collects and does the typical collapse onto the ground. Launches a throw to an unmarked Noames. He brought it down, but brought it straight down to Van Dorn. It matters not. It's Launceston City's day at KG5. The ladder leaders from the north continue their stellar season. They move further ahead, and Hobart Zebras continue their slide. They've now dropped, I think, 3 of their last 4 in the league. After a fantastic start, it's unwinding a little for them. They're equal on 13 points with Devonport. South Hobart, perhaps a chance to move to 11 at the end of the day. Otherwise, Rangers would sneak it. Still 3-2 there, but on top, leading them on 17 points, undefeated, 5-2 in a home semi-final next week. It's Launceston City, who are celebrating once again. They're having a phenomenal season, and it just keeps getting better for them. And what a confidence booster ahead of next week's crucial Laka Seljuk Cup tie against South Hobart. There was Noames. That was the big blow right on the stroke of half-time. He hammered that one in. It was only going to be 1-0 heading into the sheds, but Mees puts that, and the whole second half changes. City came out with a plan to protect. They were able to sit back. They did claw one back, the Zebras. Some good work from Iski Van Dorn, and he fell right in the path of Olaf Conforti, who 20 minutes into his Zebras career was off and running with a goal. And then Giansopoulos pulled off one of the saves of the year to preserve the lead before very late on in the piece we see Noames sealing the deal here. The son of a gun, and looking like he's going to be a fair gun in his own right. What a goal from the youngster. Scintillating stuff. Party time for Lonnie City. They walk away from KG5 with the 3 points to end another big, if not completely wet and flooded week of football. We'll be back at Slice of Cheese next week. Laka Seljuk Cup Statewide Cup semi-final day. We're up in the north. We'll be at the NTCA ground and Buckley Land Rover Park. We'll bring both those games to you. Do join us. And it'll be a Launceston City side heading into that game on a hell of a high, because they're 4 points clear atop the NPL South table at the conclusion of the first full round of fixtures.